Plans for a new fleet of Intercity trains have run into a red light. It's been revealed the trains will be too wide for existing tracks through the Blue Mountains. Transport New South Wales says modifications to train lines and stations were always part of the plan. But the opposition says the government isn't being honest about how much it's going to cost.
These state-of-the-art double-decker trains are meant to help solve Sydney's transport problems. They'll connect Sydney to the central and south coasts, the Hunter and the Blue Mountains.
2x2 seating, but wider than the existing trains, wider aisles.
But all that extra space has created new problems. The new fleet of 55 trains hits its first obstacle at Springwood Station. At around 3.1 metres in width, the new trains are too wide for the tracks that are designed for trains 20 centimetres narrower. Heading further up the mountain, platforms at smaller stations like Warramoo and Lyndon simply aren't long enough for the new design. And then all the way along the Blue Mountains line through Katoomba to Lithgow, there are track curves and tunnels that the trains won't be able to fit through.
What we now find out is that these trains actually won't fit the track through tunnels or even past platforms in some parts of the Blue Mountains. So the cost is going to increase dramatically.
The government says modifications to accommodate the new trains were always part of the plan.
It's always been part of our project. These trains intend to go to Lithgow.
The contract awarded by the state government to a South Korean company is worth $2.3 billion. The government has argued this is 25% cheaper than locally manufacturing the trains. But there are now questions about just how much it will cost to get these trains on track.
I'm not at liberty to say about any budgets because we haven't been to tender yet. We haven't done the final design of the platforms, and once we've done that, we're going to tender, and that is obviously confidential at the moment.
This just seems to be completely airy-fairy in terms of the cost, so the government does need to be honest with the community.
The train rollout is scheduled to begin in 2019. Antoinette Latouf, ABC News.